Welcome back everyone to our YouTube channel. So today we have Sekar sir as our guest. And what is happening in the world right now? And US और ईरान की वजह से इंडिया की इकोनॉमी पे क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है? लाइक ओवरऑल क्या चल रहा है?
See, we should look at things differently. We can look at things in a macro level. This is not micro issue. Because of the war, we should not talk about only India. It is a global phenomena. Activities are getting disturbed. Because of the Strait of Hormuz closure, vessels are not able to pass through that area, and it covers all the Persian Gulf ports. Since there is no movement is going in and out through this Strait of Hormuz, not main problem is gas, petroleum products, and fertilizers. Three major cargoes moves out of that Persian Gulf area into Arabian Gulf and also India and Asia and other European market. These three things are very important to stabilize the economy and to maintain the balance between the supply chain. Energy is a common thing which requires every country, every individual is involved in this. At the same time, fertilizer is equally important in farming activities. The fertilizer which comes from that area into India helps Indian farmers to grow more food production and all. A third thing is merchandising exports. That is where now generally we are into in this business. Containerized movement. Because so many people living in that area, those areas are purely deserts. Not much of a cargo is there. Not much of a production is happening. Food is the main thing for every individual. They will have to buy everything from somewhere else. Fortunately or unfortunately, India is the closest. India, Pakistan, and these two regions are closest, but they have got all rich countries in Gulf, Middle East, so that they will buy for their daily needs from everywhere. Like they buy a good meat or even eggs from Europe and India also, and Southeast Asia, Far East, China, for different items like machinery and all these things, including Japan and all. But these, on the other hand, they cannot buy anything from USA because USA has already put sanctions against Iran. When you remove the USA, and what remains is Asia and Southeast Asia Far East. Europe also they cannot import anything much because Europe is also under NATO countries, part of a NATO country. Due to these issues, and since we are, this is a complex network, it's not easy to say because of this and this has happened. It is just like when we are traveling in Delhi, like for example, if you take a road network, what happens if the signal blocks? The traffic gets diverted into all the four directions and over a period of time, and all the signals will get jumped. And everywhere you go, every direction you go, there's a traffic jam. That way it is happening. The only thing is that the unfortunate thing is that the cargo movement is huge. 20% is global supply means there's a lot of things. It's not one or two things. And there's a 20% is suddenly disappearing from the supply side means 20% increase in the demand.
सो एज यू सेड कि 20% डिमांड इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो इससे एक्सपोर्टर्स को क्या बेनिफिट होगा?
नहीं, एक्सपोर्टर्स को बेनिफिट नहीं होगा. Cost is getting escalating. If you want to buy raw material, that cost is going up, and selling cost also goes up simultaneously. The manufacturers which they used to sell at 10 rupees on any product, because of the cost escalation, now they will have to, the production cost itself is going by 20 to 25%. Then they will have to add up that margin, and again it is going another 20 to 25%. That is why because of the imbalance of the raw material and various other things, the movement for a short period of time it may reduce, which directly or indirectly affect this trade as of now, because there was a regular sailings which people generally call in shipping as a capacity.
Okay.
When you say what is, suppose if you are a shipping company, and how do you measure a shipping company, how big or small it is? It is capacity utilization. Suppose if a shipping company having a service with a capacity of 1000 TEUs per week, whether the 1000 TEUs are utilized or underutilized is another question. If there is a huge demand, then it will be utilized 100%. If it is not, then under capacity, the vessel sails with under capacity. If it goes like that, now as of now, what is happening is this: capacity is limited, demand is more, and the cost is increasing. Somebody has to absorb that cost, which means, and everybody is getting it is a network, so that if cost is going up and someone is getting absorbed, that means the absorption is happening somewhere. And sometimes manufacturers themselves has to reduce their profits, sometimes freight forwarders has to reduce their profit, sometimes shipping companies has to match the rates. Shipping companies also cannot match the rates at all the time, because they are also taking huge risk. Because of the war, they don't cover insurance. Even by mistake, one missile hits a ship, a carrier, with 1000 or 2500, 3000 container carrying capacity ships, then then they are liable to pay the losses to the importer or exporter, so that they don't want to take any risk. That is why they simply withdrawn their services as of now in this sector till they get a clarity from this situation. And once it is established, someone gives a guarantee that there is no water mining, bombs, and also nobody hits their commercial vessels in that area passing through either Iran or US.
Okay, so what do you think, like, what can happen in future? That yesterday Trump has also announced that the deal has been done.
See, one day it has to come to an end. That is fine. But the problem is that we do not know how long it will take. Now they have come to certain understanding that the war has to stop, and even I think US also announced that they are opening up Strait of Hormuz, but there is no equal confirmation from Iran side. They still have some points to discuss or something like that. After this deal, there is a lot of work has to be done. Then these shipping companies are privately owned; they are not government-owned companies. So that if they come to an agreement and they finally said, okay, now you can commercial vessels can pass through this area, but they have to give a assurance and guarantee to the private shipping companies, you will not have any problem anymore. You can bring your vessel, you can reschedule your sailings in this area, so that we will help you to pass through no hassles and you will not have any insurance issues.
So thank you so much, sir, for your insightful words, and I would really love to like get this knowledge in future as well. Stay connected with ISL to get more knowledge about what is happening around the world. Thank you.